And here again out at Cambridge Oval, still with one of the stars of the women's team here, in charge of marketing and social media too, Caitlin Rogers. Caitlin, thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out to the Rouse Hill out west.
Yeah.
It's good.
So you look like you're going to cool down quick after having that game there. So you had a good win there against Southern Power. So must be pretty happy getting that win, but very tough for those girls. They didn't look like they scored a point.
Yeah, no, it's a credit to them. They come from Sutherland to come out here and play, and we didn't look like we were going to get a team, but to come out and play us. So it was good that they scrapped the numbers together and still came out and had a go. So yeah, good game, good win for us, and it's a good way to go into a game next week against second place. So we try and take that momentum into next week's game.
Yeah. Now you have a very strong women's team here at the club, and looks like you've got a really good culture. The men's and women's, they'll stick around and support each other, which that's what you want. You want to have all of that sort of stuff. So from your role in social media and marketing, it must be really good from that perspective to look after a club that's like that.
Yeah, it's definitely something we're trying to work on, especially this year. I think obviously we've had a couple of COVID-affected seasons that have kind of hampered what we can do in terms of the social aspect and club culture. So I think especially this year, we're really focusing on bringing that match day experience. We've done a couple of initiatives, things like our membership program, and also a lot of different themed rounds. So we've had Pride Round, Indigenous Round, and then today we had Community Round. So just a way to kind of give back and celebrate our pathways and our sponsors as well. So yeah, a lot of effort goes into it, not just from me, but from the board as well, pushing it all out. And yeah, it's a credit to our club to attract players out here and keep a really good club culture.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're in an area where I think you're probably in a good spot, like got a real X factor thing in this area to be able to attract players. Like AFL is very highly respected and thought of, so it must be quite appealing to be involved in the club when you've got a good opportunity to attract junior kids and players like that into the club with like some magnificent settings. The field looks fantastic, and I know the Giants have played here in the past, and the Swans and Collingwood and all that sort of stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, we are very lucky. I think I'm probably a bit biased, but I'd like to think that we've got the best field in the AFL Sydney comp. We are also lucky. I mean, we are probably a bit more of a destination club, so we have to work a bit harder to attract players to come and play here because it is a bit further out than your city teams. But again, it's a credit to the club, and it shows in itself in that we've got 7 or 8 girls that travel over an hour to get here to training and to games, and we've got people as far as Shell Harbour that travel here, Wollongong, Camden, Neutral Bay, City, Randwick. So yeah, there's girls that travel a long way to be here and be a part of our club, and it's a testament to obviously our recruitment to bring them to get those quality players out here. And then we've also been lucky that those girls have then progressed and made it into the AFLW. So I think over the 7 years we've had the program, we've probably had about 7 or 8 girls make the AFLW. So again, obviously those pathways and that recruitment's working, and yeah, it's really cool to see our girls pushing into that next level.
It is a magnificent achievement that you've done that, because I just think just a little club from the West, you provided 8 people into a professional competition, which is probably the number 2 professional women's sports competition in Australia, probably behind Super Netball, but very close behind Super Netball as well. So you must be very happy too, because your women's side, they're doing very well. They're leading the comp still?
Yeah, we're still undefeated, and again, I think our women's program started 7 years ago, and it has come a long way. It didn't just happen overnight either, and we started off with one team that was in Division 1 and pushed into having a couple of teams, and then we stepped up into Prems and kind of took that at full flight, made finals in the first year, and a couple of COVID-affected seasons, which was a bit of a shame, but last year we were able to finally get reward for effort and took home the flag, and so far we're on track to do the same this year. We are undefeated. We've got a couple of tough matches coming up next week against UTS, and then last round against the Mac Uni Goannas, so there'll be some tough contests, but I'd like to think we'd still finish up top place.
Yeah. So you're playing them at Mac Uni, or you're playing them here?
Back here at home, so we versed them at Mac Uni. We ended up having a draw, which obviously doesn't happen very often in AFL. It was a bit of a weird game, and credit to them, like they turned up, they played a really good game. Probably wasn't one of the best for us, with different ins and outs and things like that. We just didn't turn up on the day, and they played really well. So hopefully back here on home deck and on a field that is a bit bigger and a bit wider and kind of suited to how we play footy, we'll get the W there.
Yeah. So what's your background in AFL? How did you get involved? How did you become part of this team?
Good question. I played soccer my whole life, from 5 till about 20. So soccer background, have dabbled in a bit of everything, and kind of just liked the physicality that AFL brought. Had a couple of girls that that I was friends with that started playing AFL, and so kind of was always thinking about it, and one day I just thought I'd give it a crack. So headed to training and got into it. So really glad I did, but I wish I did start when I was younger. Now you see the girls that are coming through, and I was saying to someone today, when I first started I was one of the youngest in the team, and now I've got girls in our team that are almost 10 years younger than me. So it makes me feel a bit old, but it's really cool seeing the skill development come through now, and girls that have been playing since they were younger come through, and you can really tell the difference in that skill development. So it's really, really cool.
I don't know what you're talking about being old. What are you, mid-20s if that? I'm like 46 nearly.
Yeah, I'm only 24, but we've got some young guns coming through, and we've got a couple of 16-year-olds playing Prem's division footy, which is unreal. And I guess, again, it's just a testament to the pathways that we've got now for women's footy.
Yeah, absolutely, and hopefully we'll see some more of these players come and play for GWS Giants in the AFLW, maybe Swannies or even other clubs as well.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a couple of girls that will be there, I have no doubt at all. We've had a couple of girls go elsewhere as well, interstate and things like that. So there's so many opportunities for women's sport now, and women's footy especially, so it's really cool, and I'm really excited to see the girls push into that league. Yeah,
it is a very exciting thing to look forward to, and the women's competition sounds like it's flourishing in Sydney as well, so it's bigger than what I thought it was. When I chatted to you the other day, I really appreciate the invite to come down here. When I was chatting to you about wanting to talk about the club, I grabbed with both hands because I knew it was a good opportunity. I thought it'd be an excellent chance to get out and check it out. I'm quietly surprised. That is very, very good. I'm very impressed with it.
Yeah, no, I'm very proud of this footy club, and especially the growth of the women's game. So we appreciate you coming out as well and seeing what our club's about, and we can't wait to push this into next year and keep building on our program and both on the men's and women's side, and keep building this club culture. And we're really proud to be here in Rouse Hill and represent this area.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks very much for your time, Caitlin. I'll let you go so you can get into the warm, because it looks like it's starting to affect you now a little bit. And I'll chat to you again in the next couple of days.
Perfect. Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much. Caitlin Rogers, so the marketing and social media manager here at East Coast Eagles. It's a spectacular field, really. It's something really special you need to embrace this. You need to come out here. I can see how people fall in love with the game, so it is definitely an event you need to check out at the field. So I'll let you keep on going. Got the coach of the women's program chat to keep on ducking, everyone, and I'll see you.